was a blessing. And in high school, I got caught up with my friends, and I didn't take the responsibility then. But later on in life, I took the responsibility. Got charged with a criminal record, and I wasn't able to go to the States to pursue that dream of going to the NBA. But I was still able to go to Nova Scotia, to Cape Breton University, to play basketball. The bittersweetness in that is having that criminal record. A lot of individuals didn't know. Only my coaching staff, my parents, but behind the scenes, and my lawyer knew, but I was still able to. When I had to go to the States and get clearance, so that really derailed me. But that was the turning point of the rise. Realizing that even though 18 years old, getting a criminal record, I had to make that decision to leave my house, leave my family, leave my environment, and go to Nova Scotia for 4 years. And from 2003 to 2007, to inspire myself to not only go to a new environment and a new place and a new destination, but also tackle my fear of putting basketball first as a student athlete, of being a student first and an athlete second, and graduate valedictorian of my university.
Nice.
And that was the turning point
Nice.
for me. And even though I came back to Toronto and still having this criminal record on my name, it was devastating that I couldn't get a job, devastating that I had all the qualifications, but yet still getting denied all over the place. And then that feeling, that inner spirit, that mana that's creeping inside you that doesn't leave, that dream was still there to pursue the Toronto Raptors. So growing up, you learn a lot of different skills, whether it's called networking, whether it's called negotiation skills, whether it's called thinking on your feet, being creative, leveraging. You don't know all these big words when you're young. You just have all these inner skills and abilities. And I was able to harness those skills and put myself in a position to get an interview, to get a job, an internship with the Toronto Raptors. And once I got this internship, I didn't qualify for the position, for the internship. It was 6 months with no pay, but the wealth of knowledge and experience you gain would have been immensely great. But I didn't get that opportunity. But
why didn't you get the opportunity?
I wasn't able to qualify.
Okay. And that's because of the criminal record, right?
Not even because of that. I just wasn't. There was another successful candidate.
Okay.
But because I was so impressive in the interview, he saw something in me and kept me on board. And I was able to coach that year at the Raptor Basketball Academy.
Nice.
And I blew all the coaches away. And with my tenacity, my hard work, my dedication, I was able to not only put myself in a position to be at the camp, I was able to eventually take over the camp and get mentored by the person running the camp. Coach Jama basically changed my life and gave me an opportunity to go through the door. And I remember that moment after the first week of camp. At that time, Sam Mitchell was the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. And he came to camp that week and he saw all the other coaches. And he said something to Jama that I'll never forget. He told Coach Jama that young man over there is working harder than all those other coaches. And he doesn't have a job. So when Coach Stan Mitchell said that to Coach Jama, it was something that I'll never forget. And then Coach Jama basically, um, after the camp, looked me in my eyes and said, "I remember when I was your age. You remind me of me, and we'll do everything possible to help you succeed and grow." And that was um, 10 years ago. And working with the Toronto Raptors for the last 10 years, running camps, running clinics, and Coach Jama has gone on to become an assistant coach for the Toronto Raptors, and I've gone on to um, run the Raptor Basketball Academy and transition to becoming a teacher.
Right, right.
So
Wow.
now, with that,
Wow.
many barriers and hurdles and trauma, trials and tribulations and traumas,
Yeah.
just a few, going through this transition of the rise.
Uh-huh.
Um, One thing that stuck out to me was the acronym. Can you hear me? You're good?
Uh, I'm hearing you, but sometimes you go in and out. I'm hearing you. Yeah, I'm hearing
You can
you.
hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. One thing that stuck out to me
Uh-huh.
was one thing that stuck out to me was the acronym DREAM.
Right.
And DREAM, the acronym stands for dedication, responsibility, education, attitude, and motivation. So as I graduated university, I aspired to um, buy a house. And
All right. Before you tell me about the house that you purchased, tell me
come on
about
now.
this. Tell me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So before you tell me about that aspect, I want you to tell me what was the support system there like? What was it like? And this was after your conviction. What was it like? Your support system from your parents, or should I say from family members? What was it like, and what was your relationship with them,
So
between you and them?
at that time,
Yeah.
my mother, right, she didn't know anything about the legal system and getting legal aid. So everything basically fell on me. I'm sorry. I got three brothers. I'm the first for my mom and the second for my dad.
Right.
So my mom, I was the oldest, and you know, being around friends and family, I always had to be the trailblazer. And when I was growing up, I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and those experiences really shaped me to try to change the narrative of
Uh,
people not only perceive me but my family. Support system for me um, was my mom bringing me to church. She felt that in her mind, in her spirit, that was the safest place that she knew that her kids would be able to flourish and thrive. Um, my safe space was basketball. Um, Being on a basketball court, being in a gym, being around kids and playing basketball, I could have did that forever. So I had great support systems, um, and the hardest thing was being vulnerable to a point where to share my story. I was young, teacher, young, working at the community center. I was young, working for the Toronto Raptors, and I was just trying to dream. And I had all this passion and energy for life, and I had no one to bottle that and harness it